They called you for a reason. Deep within, a power waits, a force calm, clear, and unshakable. Few ever recognize it, yet those who do stand on a path that ancient Shaolin masters once walked. Today, you will discover how to awaken this hidden potential, known as your blue power, and step into a life guided by clarity, courage, and mastery. This journey is not simple. The chosen path tests every thought, every emotion, every action. Shaolin philosophy whispers truths rarely spoken. Power is not a gift given lightly. It is forged through awareness, stillness, and precise control over mind, body, and spirit. Those who walk it learn to see the unseen, sense the unspoken, and move with energy that can change not only themselves but the world around them. In this video, you will uncover practices lost to time, insights that have guided monks through centuries of discipline, and the subtle ways your inner energy can be directed to achieve balance and influence. You will understand why presence matters more than force, why calm is mightier than anger, and how mastery begins in silence long before it is seen in action. By the end, you will recognize the signs that your blue power is ready to be awakened. You will gain clarity on how to channel it with precision, and why the responsibility it carries is as important as the strength itself. Every lesson here is a key, unlocking doors to awareness and influence that few ever reach. Welcome to Shaolin Soulfire, where ancient wisdom meets modern awakening. Subscribe now and join those who are ready to step fully into their power, walk the path of the chosen, and ignite the fire within. There is a quiet force within you, one that moves without sound and acts without haste. This is your blue power, a presence that guides thought, shapes action, and holds the stillness of the mind even in chaos. It is not a flash of luck, nor a secret handed down by chance. Blue is the color of clarity, the deep calm that steadies the heart when storms arise. It is the wisdom that sees beyond the obvious, the spiritual depth that roots you in what truly matters. In the Shaolin tradition, this power is not something inherited, nor is it granted by circumstance. It is cultivated like a seed planted in the rich soil of discipline, watered daily with awareness and effort. The monks teach that mastery begins with the body, each breath controlled, each movement deliberate. Through this, the mind learns restraint and the spirit learns patience. When body, mind, and spirit align, blue power is no longer distant. It flows naturally, invisible yet undeniable. Many seek power in noise, in speed, or in force. Yet the deepest strength is silent. It is a presence that watches without judging, that moves without seeking attention, that influences without coercion. Every challenge faced with calm strengthens it. Every moment of clarity refines it, and every act of mindful intention channels it. Energy, like water, follows the path it is given. Shaolin teachings remind us that when nurtured, it grows gradually, steadily, like a river carving through stone. Discipline, consistency, and reflection are the tools that shape it. Your blue power is the reflection of these practices, a reservoir of wisdom, a mirror of your inner mastery, and a silent force that waits for the moment when it is called into action. True power does not shout. It does not demand attention or recognition. It grows quietly, like roots stretching deep beneath the earth, unseen but unshakable. In stillness, the mind learns its true shape, the body finds its rhythm, and the spirit remembers its origin. Silence is not emptiness. It is a space of profound presence, a mirror reflecting the depth of one's inner strength. Ancient Shaolin masters spoke often of stillness, not as inactivity, but as mastery. To be still is to observe without being swept away, to feel without being controlled. When the breath is watched, each inhale and exhale becomes a teacher. Each pause between thoughts is a doorway to awareness. In these quiet moments, blue power begins to awaken, not as a force that pushes outward, but as energy that flows inward and returns with precision and clarity. The world outside moves chaotically, driven by noise, distraction, and haste. Yet within the sanctuary of stillness, there is control. Here, the mind is sharp, the body responsive, and the spirit unwavering. Challenges arrive like waves, but stillness transforms them into lessons rather than threats. Every reaction becomes measured, every decision deliberate. Discipline is the bridge to this strength. Sitting in silence, observing the pulse of life within and around, is not easy. It asks for patience, for surrender, and for trust in the unseen. But with practice, stillness becomes a shield and a compass. It is in these quiet spaces that insight rises, that fear dissolves, and that the blue power flows freely. True mastery is not in action alone. It is in the calm from which every action springs. Discipline is the silent architect of power. Without it, even the strongest potential drifts like a leaf in the wind, directionless and fragile. Shaolin masters understood this truth long before it was written. Strength is shaped not in moments of intensity, but in the repetition of small, deliberate acts. Each day becomes a canvas, and each disciplined action paints the path of mastery. In the early hours, meditation stills the mind. Sitting quietly, observing thoughts rise and fall, cultivates clarity and control. The body follows with movement, gentle forms, precise postures, the rhythm of breath guiding each motion. Every gesture is an exercise in focus, a lesson in patience, a practice in presence. These rituals may seem simple, but simplicity is deceptive. Within them lies the power to transform. Small actions, repeated faithfully, carry the weight of mountains. A single mindful breath, a single controlled movement, a single choice to act with intention, multiplied across days, months, and years. They build a foundation no chaos can topple. Discipline does not demand grandeur. It demands consistency, awareness, and respect for the process. Shaolin wisdom teaches that mastery is never sudden. It grows like a river, carving its course slowly, silently, yet irresistibly. Power without discipline is like fire without a hearth, bright but fleeting. Discipline channels energy, focuses intent, and transforms potential into reality. Through it, inner strength becomes visible, subtle yet undeniable. The path of action is not harsh or rigid. It is a quiet, unwavering commitment to oneself. Each ritual, each disciplined choice, reinforces the connection between mind, body, and spirit. Through discipline, blue power no longer waits, it moves with purpose, aligned with wisdom, refined by patience, and ready to meet the world with calm, measured force. Awareness is the quiet light that reveals what is often hidden. To truly see oneself is to observe without judgment, to notice each thought, emotion, and impulse as it rises and passes. Shaolin masters taught that the mind is a landscape. Only when observed with clarity can it be shaped and directed. Every fleeting feeling, every subtle reaction carries a message, an opportunity to understand the currents within and learn mastery over them. But awareness is never complete if it ends with the self. The energy of the world flows around and through you, subtle yet undeniable. By attuning to the intentions and presence of others, you begin to sense more than words reveal. The Shaolin path is one of connection, not dominance. Observing without judgment allows insight into motivations, the silent tensions, and the harmonies that exist in every interaction. Awareness of your surroundings is awareness of life itself, and it guides action with precision. Intuition grows from this clarity. It is not a gift, but a skill honed through disciplined observation. When the mind is calm and the senses are attentive, decisions arise naturally, neither rushed nor forced. The blue power responds to this inner guidance, flowing only when aligned with insight and purpose. Acting from intuition rather than impulse ensures energy is not wasted but directed with strength and precision. Every step, every breath, every moment of attention is practice. Awareness trains the mind to remain present, the heart to remain steady, and the spirit to remain centered. Through it, the ordinary becomes instructive, the chaotic becomes navigable, and the unseen forces of life become comprehensible. This conscious perception is the foundation of mastery, both over the self and over the blue power that waits patiently within. Emotions are like rivers, powerful, ever-flowing, and capable of shaping the landscape of the mind. Left unchecked, they can sweep away reason and cloud judgment. Shaolin philosophy teaches that these currents are not enemies, but raw energy waiting to be understood and transformed. Anger, fear, doubt. Each carries force, and each can be guided rather than resisted. The choice lies in how they are received and directed. True mastery begins with recognition. To feel deeply without being carried away is the first step toward freedom. Observe each emotion as it rises, trace its origin, and acknowledge its presence without surrendering to it. In this awareness lies control. The monks call it transforming lead into gold, turning what might consume you into clarity, strength, and purpose. Anger becomes focus, fear becomes insight, doubt becomes reflection. This is not suppression but refinement. Each transformed emotion sharpens the mind, steadies the body, and aligns the spirit. When the inner world is balanced, energy flows freely. Blue power, calm and precise, emerges naturally from this harmony, no longer blocked by turbulence within. The practice of emotional mastery is subtle yet demanding. It requires patience, daily reflection, and the courage to face oneself honestly. Rituals of breath, movement, and meditation train the mind to pause, to observe, and to respond with intention rather than reaction. Over time, the self learns to move with the rhythm of life rather than against it, turning challenges into lessons and obstacles into guides. In this space of calm clarity, energy is neither lost nor wasted. It is focused, directed, and potent. The strongest power is not the one that overwhelms, but the one that flows steadily, aligned with purpose and guided by awareness. Blue power rises fully only when emotions serve as allies, and mastery over them becomes the foundation of all action. True mastery cannot exist in fragments. The mind, body, and spirit are not separate entities, but threads of a single tapestry. Each thread strengthens the others, and when they move in harmony, power becomes complete, precise, and unshakable. Shaolin philosophy emphasizes that to awaken blue power, one must cultivate all aspects of the self, not in isolation, but in integration. Physical practice is the first channel. Every form, every stance, every controlled movement is more than exercise. It is a vessel for energy. The body learns discipline, endurance, and awareness, shaping a foundation upon which the mind can rest. As muscles move with intention, the breath becomes rhythm. The heart finds steadiness, and energy circulates freely. This physical alignment prepares the ground for deeper mastery. The mind must follow. Meditation quiets thought, allowing clarity to surface. In stillness, the patterns of reaction and impulse are revealed, and understanding grows. Each moment of focus trains the mind to remain present, to observe without judgment, and to respond with wisdom rather than instinct. Mental clarity channels the energy awakened through the body, ensuring it flows not chaotically, but with direction and purpose. The spirit, often the most overlooked, is the guiding force. Reflection, contemplation, and awareness of higher principles align inner desires with greater purpose. The spirit roots the energy, giving it meaning beyond mere motion or thought. It transforms practice into mastery, effort into intention, and energy into blue power. Integration is not a goal achieved once, but a path walked daily. When mind, body, and spirit are synchronized, actions arise naturally, power flows effortlessly, and presence becomes complete. The harmony of these aspects is the essence of Shaolin wisdom, the understanding that true strength is not in separation but in the seamless flow of energy through the whole being. Power without purpose is hollow. Being chosen carries a weight that is both silent and profound. Blue power is not a reward to be flaunted or a tool for personal gain. It is a responsibility, a force that shapes not only your path, but the world around you. Shaolin wisdom teaches that true mastery is inseparable from duty, and that strength without guidance can easily become a source of harm. Every action reverberates far beyond the moment it occurs. A thought, a word, a gesture. Each sense ripples through the lives of others. To wield power responsibly is to act with awareness, considering not only what you can do, but what should be done. Integrity becomes the compass, compassion the guide. The energy you cultivate flows outward in subtle ways, touching others, influencing their choices, and shaping the harmony or discord of the space you occupy. Service is not a burden, but a natural extension of mastery. Shaolin masters speak of protection and guidance as inseparable from skill. When your mind is clear, your body disciplined, and your spirit aligned, your actions carry purpose. You become a source of stability in chaos, a channel for wisdom where confusion prevails, a presence of calm when turmoil rises. The blue power within is strongest when it is applied with intent, in service rather than ego, in support rather than dominance. This responsibility demands vigilance. Temptations, distractions, and pride can all weaken resolve. Daily practice, reflection, and mindfulness reinforce the alignment of energy and purpose. Each choice, each act of awareness strengthens the bond between power and responsibility. Mastery is not complete without it, for a chosen one's journey is measured not by what they can command, but by how wisely they direct the force within, always guided by duty, integrity, and care for those around them. Challenges are the quiet teachers that life sends, often disguised as trials, resistance, or discomfort. In Shaolin philosophy, obstacles are never random. They are mirrors reflecting the state of the mind, body, and spirit. Each difficulty reveals where patience falters, where focus wavers, and where inner strength can be deepened. To confront these tests is not simply to endure them, but to meet them fully with awareness and presence. Presence is the key. When the mind lingers in past regrets or future anxieties, the lessons of the moment are lost. Mindfulness anchors the self in now, allowing observation without fear or judgment. Each breath, each heartbeat, each step becomes an opportunity to respond rather than react. The external challenge remains, but within clarity grows, creating space where blue power can rise unshaken. Discipline forms the foundation of this steadiness. The habits of training, reflection, and deliberate action shape resilience. A body trained to respond precisely, a mind trained to observe calmly, and a spirit grounded in purpose. These are the instruments that transform difficulty into mastery. Discipline does not remove the challenge, but it allows the power within to move with focus, precision, and control. True strength is revealed in motion, not in rest. Blue power is dormant when idle, but it becomes luminous when tested. Adversity forces it to flow, to adapt, and to manifest in ways that comfort never could. Every challenge faced with presence is an exercise in refinement. Every obstacle overcome strengthens not only ability but understanding. In this balance of awareness and discipline, the trials of life become allies rather than foes. The chosen path is not free of resistance, but through each test, the mind sharpens, the body steadies, and the spirit aligns. Blue power grows not in ease, but in the steady, deliberate response to the currents of challenge that shape mastery and awaken potential. When energy is cultivated with patience, discipline, and presence, it no longer remains hidden. It radiates naturally, quietly, and powerfully. There is a subtle force in those who have mastered mind, body, and spirit. It is not loud or commanding, but unmistakable. This is the essence of blue power, influence that flows effortlessly, without the need for force, and guidance that arises from presence rather than control. Awakening this energy is only the first step. True mastery calls for balance between inner strength and outward expression. The Shaolin way teaches that power is not measured by domination, but by the harmony it inspires. When the mind is clear, the body steady, and the spirit aligned, every action becomes a lesson in itself. Your presence alone can calm chaos, focus attention, and encourage courage in those around you. Sharing your power is not about recognition or acclaim, it is about example. Through disciplined practice, mindful action, and compassionate insight, your energy sets a tone that others unconsciously follow. This is the most profound teaching. When mastery is embodied fully, it transcends instruction. Those who witness it are inspired not by words, but by the balance, clarity, and integrity that flow from your being. Influence without forcing, guidance without controlling. This is the mark of a true chosen one. Blue power is most potent when it serves rather than seeks, when it uplifts rather than dominates, and when it aligns with purpose rather than ego. The path of awakening teaches that mastery is both personal and shared. Each act of presence, each deliberate choice, becomes a beacon. The energy you cultivate not only strengthens you, but resonates outward, inspiring others to seek their own harmony, courage, and inner balance, creating ripples that extend far beyond the self. Being chosen is not just a title, it is a call to awaken what already exists within. Blue power is not found in force or haste, but in the steady practice of stillness, discipline, and awareness. It grows as emotions are understood and transformed, and as mind, body, and spirit move in harmony. This path is not a quick journey. Every day offers moments to practice presence, act with integrity, and choose consciously. Each small step strengthens your connection to the energy within, guiding your actions and shaping the influence you have on the world around you. By embracing these principles, you move fully into your role as a chosen one. Your power becomes purposeful, your actions meaningful, and your presence a quiet source of strength and inspiration. Life responds to the mastery cultivated in stillness, focus, and disciplined practice. Carry this wisdom into your daily life. Observe, reflect, act with intention, and let your blue power flow naturally, aligned with clarity and compassion. Thank you for joining us on this journey. If you feel called to continue walking the path of mastery, be sure to like this video and subscribe to Shaolin Soulfire. Here, ancient wisdom meets modern awakening, guiding you to step into your power and ignite the fire within.